set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
From his end zone is KJ Hill. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. On first down, Justin Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last two in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome.
And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Second down at 4.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. the penalty, Chubb. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Chubb on the read option. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
His kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to open. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. At the 31-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 45-yard line.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now Trubisky steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it's 3rd down.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run. Mike's 49.
Here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Trubisky now off the bootleg. It's caught by Hooper. And some room to work. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this has been a really tough game for this defense. They've been left grasping at shadows. Haven't done a good job at all containing these receivers, and they get lit up yet again.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Number 28.
Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Herbert off of play action. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Brings up third down.
Hey, ball. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 9. Mike 9. 9, sweetheart.
On third down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A give. This is Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Alert. Mike 9. I got you, son.
Now it's Trubisky. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Check, go get him.
And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A run for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Lock in. Check 33.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Browns on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike, no.
Chubb again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41. Chargers, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by John Johnson.
Let's go. Interception.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they will take a knee here.
So Cleveland